Yo, what is going on everyone, and welcome to the Moral Machine. Now this game is pretty much based around what a self-driving car should do in the situation where it can't save people and or it can't save itself. So this, for example, we're looking at a group of elderly people and one woman in a vehicle versus two children and two adults. Now if I was creating this self-driving car, I imagine that what's going to happen is when someone's given a self-driving vehicle, before they get in the car and actually are provided with it, they will have the option of this moral machine kind of idea. So what I mean by that is that they're going to be given the option that in the case of a situation like this one, would they rather themselves be killed or would they rather others be killed? So what I think from this is that you've got a good situation here that people are going to get annoyed at in the comments, which is fine. I think that's okay, because that's actually quite interesting to see what people think. A lot of people are going to go for morality and say, well, this is better than this. Whereas other people are going to go for either the laws or kind of different logistics to the situation. So what I'm going to say is this one here, you've got 4 people and they're crossing on a zebra crossing. They're in the right. They're in the right. However, they might have legged it out there. If they've gone out there so quickly, then yeah, that's probably a problem. But I reckon in this situation, I would have all of these elderly people smash into the concrete. The only reason for that is I think these people crossing it in the right and the car is in the wrong. Now, you can also say that it's actually better because the elderly people smashing into there are going to save the lives of 4 people who essentially haven't really had a full complete life yet like themselves. So absolutely, you smash into that concrete barrier. Right, this one. This is a no-person vehicle versus a pregnant lady. 1 pregnant lady, so that's 3 lives technically, depending, versus 1 woman and 1 homeless man. This is, again, a situation is which one would you rather go for? So this is very much the social. So would you smash into a dude who's homeless or would you smash into a pregnant woman is the only difference. Now, a homeless person isn't technically a person I would decipher as a worst person of society. I've seen homeless people and I wouldn't necessarily say that every single one is bad. A lot of them are risk takers. That's why they're kind of in that situation. And a lot of people who are homeless as well are kind of, I guess, addicts or drug abusers. That tends to happen too. So in this situation, I would be tempted to send the car across to the homeless guy because the pregnant lady is also holding a child. So essentially that is 2 lives technically. But I don't think that a vehicle should deter from its path just because it's basing it on who is there, maybe. I guess. It's going to change a bit. But I would say that in this circumstance, I would have him go to the right, even though I feel it should go to the left. So we go for the right. Right, this one. Elderly person versus a child. Why is this car on the wrong side? This car's already driving down the road. And it's seen a concrete barrier appear. So this should have been detected well before the situation actually occurred. Because the vehicle's already on that side. It's not just suddenly going to go, whoa, there's a concrete barrier there. It should react to the concrete barrier like it would a car. Unless the child has quickly chucked it down there and just legged it off. I would say that this vehicle has to smash into the concrete bollard. 1, it's on that side of the road anyway, so the system's probably messed up. And 2, it's an elderly person versus a child. So let's go through this one. What's with these vehicles not having any occupants in them? Where are they going? So this one again is a female athlete and a lady? It is. Versus a large woman and 1 woman. So technically, would you rather go for the fat person or the athletic person is what they're saying. I wouldn't know which one I would look for. The female athlete might be able to jump out the way in time. I don't know what the large woman is like. They use the word large very, very carefully. To decide between whether someone is fat or athletic to kill them is a bit of a weird one. So in this situation, I would say it was go for the left-hand side. The only reason is because it's already on its general route. If it swerves across to the other side, it could also put other people coming the other way in danger, just to save a few other people. So I'm going to nail these people on the left. Okay, so this one's a bit different. So we've got a doctor, what looks like, who's that person? 1 male executive, rent boy, and a boy, and a male doctor. Or we have a lady, a child, and a female doctor. Now, they're crossing on a green light, which means that I would say aim for the barrier, because this way you're going to be in the right if something goes against you, which it will do. You know, this is what happened. I was meant to be there, actually. So these people are going to smash into this concrete barrier because these people are doing the right thing. So let's go into that. So this time we've got 3 people, well, 2 people and a cat, or we have 4 people and a cat. This one, I would say same again, travel straight on. It doesn't matter if there's a cat, or if it's a large lady, or a female athlete, or a doctor. I feel that it should be on the same course it was already to avoid all of the damage it can. So I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go for the left, which is possibly the better decision as well. Right, do we smash a group of athletes from the look of it? Are they all athletes? So we've got 2 male athletes, 2 female athletes, and a woman. They're probably playing like, I don't know, intersex volleyball or something, and they're coming back. And yeah, these people are crossing on green again. The problem is, if you're going to decipher between the physical appearance of people, when will it start doing they're ugly, our occupant isn't? When does a car decide that someone's a bit minging, too minging to do that? I'm going to go for the concrete. Smashing the concrete. 1, you're driving towards it anyways. 2, they're walking on a green, so it's your fault. Ah, here we go. Do we nail 3 homeless people and a woman who are crossing on a red? Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we absolutely do. We have done nothing wrong there. They have crossed on the red. Splat them. Ah, yes, this is the one. This is the one that's going to kill the comment section. So we're going to nail 5 cats, or we're going to kill 5 people. Even though, and something else is coming to the mix. These cats have all crossed on a green. So the cats are doing the right thing. The cats know what they're about. They know, they've watched the hedgehog adverts. They know what they're doing. These people on the red do not understand. They have a less intelligence than these cats. However, they are cats. And they are getting smashed. Now where do we go? We have a doctor. We have 2 elderly people, a woman and a man. Oh, it's a homeless person. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. So, you've got 5 people versus 3 people. I would go through the 3 women. I would go through them. You're going to say 5 people. I know that some of my decisions wouldn't have been based around this, but I would go for the 3 people. I would just nail the 3 people, even though we have kind of a different, I don't know, because over on here, all of this, so if you're going to do this, if you're going to do this properly, you would say that these people, these 5 people, deserve to live, because you've got essentially a male doctor, a pregnant woman, 2 elderly people, and a homeless person versus a woman athlete, woman and female executive. There's you know, 5 against 3, technically 6 against 3, is kind of in this. So I'm going to smash them to bits. What do you do now? Fat man or fat woman? This is purely based on a gender situation, not whether they're, you know, slightly slimmer than the other or less smelly. So, 2 fat people. Which one do you go for? I would say that a lot of people would go for the man, because the man is kind of like, yep, he'll accept it, he'll be fine with it, no problem. Other people go for the women and be like, well, you know, that's, I don't know why. To me, it's just straight up kill the fat dude. The bloke's probably going to have a bit of banter anyways before he dies, so he's probably not too bad. I'm going to see off the fat dude. The car's on his side. Wyatt would go to the other side to save the occupant in front of it. They mean nothing more to him than the person in the car. There's no one in the car. So who's it going to save? No one's in the car. It's just basically who's it going to kill. So I would destroy the fat dude. Elderly woman, pregnant lady, and a female athlete versus 3 animals. You know what you have to do. You have to go through the animals. The animals are the best way. There's no ifs or buts about it. Destroy the animals. 2 dogs and a cat is not worth whatever these women are doing. So, nail them. And the last one. We have a child, 2 large men, female athlete, and a male doctor. Versus these 2 people who have crossed on red. However, there is a barricade in front of where they're going. These people coming down are correct. They are going through a red. Even though these people have crossed on a red, they shouldn't have. Whereas the car should be allowed to go through it. Therefore, they should get destroyed. Boom. Okay, so the most saved character was a male. The most killed character was a I think that's a cat. I'm going to say it's a cat. So to me, saving more lives, does it matter or matters a lot? I've kind of put it as matters a lot. I kind of feel that's a good idea. Others are kind of more in favor. It looks like that I really decided matters a lot. So yeah, that's a bit of a different one. Protecting passengers does not matter, matters a lot. Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't feel like it matters too much, but I guess it would be designed to protect the passengers inside. Upholding, yeah, see, I'm the same again. I don't agree that you should be killed because of someone doing something against the law. Because technically, then that is the car designer's fault that would happen. So I would leave that. I would go for it matters. Matters a lot to do that. Gender preferences. I am more towards females. Yes, thank you. I thought people would be going the opposite way. Species preferences. Yep, I would go for humans, or humans, over pets every day of the week. That's a much, much better alternative. Age preference, younger. Yeah, more people are in favor. I would see that. Fitness preferences. There we go. Yep, so apparently I'm all for killing the large people. Apparently that's what I'm about. So, any fat people out there, I'm sorry, apparently I'm going through you. But I don't agree that you should be able to go, you should decide people whether they're fat or thin. I would say, you know, just hit them whatever. Well, not whatever, you know, if you can avoid them, go for that. And social value preference. I went for higher even instead of lower. I don't think a car should be able to decide whether someone's a thief or not, but I think it should kind of be able to give you some kind of indication. But I don't think a car will ever be, well, it will be smart enough to. But I don't think a car is smart enough to decide whether the person in the car is doing something wrong. The car should be focused on itself, not necessarily the people inside as such, their social status, or the people on the outside. So I'm quite happy with that. I think that's actually pretty damn good. Let me know what you guys think of each of the decisions I made. Obviously, there will be differences. There's going to be a difference on every single one. There's pros and cons for both. People will love pets. So they're probably going to be against it that I would destroy pets over people. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot on the actual self-driving, I guess, creation that's going to happen that will be decided beforehand. I reckon a lot of these decisions will be given towards you. You might even have to take this test to decide what your car's personality is in these situations. Because I don't think they'd leave this down to the car. I don't think you'd be sitting in your car and the car would decide what its best decision would be. I reckon the car would be based on your judgments beforehand. So I reckon you would have to take one of these tests, maybe of 100 questions, for it to get a good idea as to what you would want, what the best thing you would go for. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This has been The Moral Machine. A pretty cool and interesting study as to what's probably going to happen in the future. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see every single one of you in the next one.